So I saw a new movie. It's a Bollywood movie called Shaitaan from Geo Studios. It's a horror movie starring Madhavan and Jyotika, who is from South India, Surya's wife. And there is Ajay Devgn. Ajay Devgn produced the film as well. He's one of the producers. Yeah, yeah. So the film is from Geo Studios. Like I said, it's a horror movie starring R. Madhavan. Now, I love this movie. This was probably one of the best horror movies that I've seen from Bollywood since Three. Stree is a horror movie with Rajkumar Rao and Shraddha Kapoor. It was a great comedy, horror comedy, but this one is like fully serious horror movie. Should you watch it? Yes, it's great. The film has great performances. The camera work is awesome. The music and the background score is epic. It's really scary at times. The costumes were great. The sets, like I said, were great. It was awesome. Now I would like to talk about the story a little bit. So, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch the movie and then come back and watch the review again. So, in the story, R. Madhavan has some kind of psychic powers, or maybe he's using some kind of food. So, the story is about a family, a four-group family. A father, a mother, a daughter, and a son. The movie starts great. Like they're having the best time of their life. They're really good together. They're a happy family. Unlike mine or your family, these people in the movie, they're very happy. You feel like you want to be them, because they're so happy and they're enjoying their life. And so the group, they decide to go somewhere. They decide to go for vacation to a farmhouse. And that's when R. Madhavan comes into the story. And wow, great, what a performance from him. There were times where I thought this would be a bit too much if some other actor played it, but Madhavan did a great job. Like I said, he is the villain of the story. So he is like a black magician. He has some kind of superpowers, or maybe he's using, I have no idea. R. Madhavan is like a magician. He's like a black magician who uses his powers to control young women, so that he could rule the world. That's the entire story. So what happens is that R. Madhavan comes into their life, and then immediately after, the girl starts to do everything that Madhavan asks her. He drugged her using some laddu or something like black magic, and she starts listening to him. She starts stabbing her brother. She hurts her father. She attacks herself. She tries to commit suicide by himself because he asked her to. So this movie goes in that direction where the parents become completely helpless. Jyotika at times she was crying a bit too much, and I felt like she was overreacting. Not overreacting, but then overacting a little bit. Seems like she's out of touch. She's been off the industry for a long time, and she's coming back. So there's this getting used to period, I guess. What's the end of the story? There is great action in the movie. I mean, there are no fight scenes. Like, there is no Singham fight scene in the movie, but then the action that the story demands is there. And all the girls who are being controlled by R. Madhavan, you know there are times where suspension of disbelief. Sometimes when you watch a Bollywood movie, you don't feel like you connect with the audience, connect with the characters on screen, or whether you connect with the story that's happening. Sometimes you feel like, oh, this is too much. But then in this movie, because of Vikas Bhal, who was the director, because of him, you felt like there was suspension of disbelief. You could believe that R. Madhavan was controlling this girl. You could believe he's a magician. He has skills. He has powers of sorts. So Vikas Bal has made other films in the past. He's directed Queen with Kangana Ranaut. He's directed Super 30 with Hrithik Roshan. Oh, yes. Hrithik and Kangana. Yeah, so this guy is lucky enough to direct both of them. I wonder what Hrithik said about Kangana's Queen. Maybe he liked it too much. Anyway, this movie, like I said, is epic. It's great. It's a different kind of Bollywood movie. It's not subtle. You would expect Hollywood movies, like, there are some Hollywood movies which are in similar, like, there are lots of movies like that in Hollywood. Like, there are small scale Hollywood movies like this. This entire movie takes place in a farmhouse. It takes place in a isolated location. So there isn't much. The third act happens in a different set. So I believe they had like three sets. One is their home, and then the farmhouse, and then the final action, which happens in a grand set. Like there is lots of things going on. So many women get controlled by him. There were times when I thought, this is not believable. Towards the end, where there were so many women being controlled by him, and I wish they showed more about how his powers worked. Like, how did he make those laddus that controlled people? They didn't explore those parts of the story. I wish they had. That would have been great. So, like I said, the story is a supernatural horror movie. It's an isolated movie that takes place in two or three sets. Uh, it's well acted, it's well produced, it's well done movie. If you would like to watch a movie like Three or like a horror Bollywood movie, Shaitaan is definitely one I would recommend. I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. Good movie, go watch it. It's on Geo Studios.